back, and thanks for staying with us. Now I'm here with my friend Major Sullivan from the Salvation Army. It's great to see you again, James.
Nice to see you too, Monica.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I don't know if you've been here since last Christmas season.
Yeah, probably around that time we had our brass group come and play.
Yes,
it's
yes,
so much
you
fun.
did. It was great fun, and your youth band is going. Is going to.
They're going to come again.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're looking forward to that. So, tell me what's been going on with the Salvation Army.
Well, things have been busy at the East County Salvation Army,
Yeah.
and we just finished our big promotion for our youth music program. We had a big concert last night featuring Michael Allen Harrison, and he played along with our youth band. We have a bluegrass group, and
I didn't know you had a bluegrass group.
yeah, and our kids choir sang, and they raised about $13,000
Wow.
to provide music lessons for kids after school.
Oh, how great. Oh, that's great. And Michael Allen Harrison is always really good about donating his time and his energy to working with kids
He is
in schools
awesome.
and organizations. Yeah.
He did he auctioned himself off at the end of the concert for a private concert opportunity.
Oh, really?
And so that helped fill the coffers as well.
Nice, nice. I bet that was fun.
It was terrific.
Yeah. So you have the after-school program where you're going to offer music lessons. What other things do you do at the East County?
Well, on a regular
location?
basis, our family services provides food and clothing for needy families, and the youth center provides homework help, music lessons, teen at-risk program. There were 68 kids per day in our youth center over the last year. So lots of things going on a regular basis.
Yeah. So how do you keep up with all this, and how do you keep the coffers full? Do you always do fundraisers?
We do fundraisers. Our largest is obviously the Christmas fundraiser, but we're constantly out in the community raising dollars to keep the programs going. We serve people that don't have resources to pay for them, and our youth center's open. It doesn't cost anything. There's a $10 sign-up fee, and that way any child in the community can afford to attend. So.
Wow, that's a great deal, especially for the families that don't have much. Now, I was reading something in the paper recently about a really nice donation that you got from was it the Weston family?
It was the Weston family, and they're the dealer that has Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and Kia. This is a fantastic community business because they care about their community. They were literally reading the Outlook one day, and they've been supporters of the Salvation Army for 20 years on a regular basis. You know, there's all kinds of great things, other things that they do for us. Well, the main person, Jan Weston, called me. The owner of Weston Pontiac, and he called me and he said, I read in the article that you're $115,000 short to finish phase 2 of your facility. I'd like to give you a gift of $115,164.
Wow.
And my jaw dropped.
I'm sure it
and
did.
I said, praise the Lord, that is so exciting. So, and he was down within 3 days, came down to the Salvation Army and wrote a check for that exact amount. And I called in and said, hey, we're ready to build this building.
Wow.
So we're so excited. Right now it's getting through Gresham City, all the building documents and things like that. We're going to be ready to break ground by the end of February. And that gift, along with wonderful foundation gifts from other resources, brought our total to just over $1.5 million, which will allow us to complete all of phase number 2. Now, phase number 2 adds a 6,500 square foot social services facility onto our building.
And this is a building that you just built a couple
Right,
of years ago?
it's 6 years old now.
Is it 6 years old already?
Yeah, can you believe it's been that long?
Yeah,
and now we're adding 6,500 square feet of social services, so there'll be a food pantry, a large food pantry. Right now we're in a modular building which doesn't have a space to even turn around.
No storage.
Yeah, there's no storage, and we're serving about 200 families a week out of that modular facility. Moving into the social services center will allow families to choose their food. Instead of volunteers in the back choosing for them, they can shop for
It's like,
their
I already
food.
have rice, I don't need more rice.
Absolutely.
So
less stuff is going to get wasted. And we'll also have a full commercial kitchen and a 100-seat dining room to serve seniors and children and families that are in need. So we're so excited about that. In addition to the 6,500 square foot social services center, we're going to have an outdoor gymnasium.
Oh, wow. An outdoor gym, how does that work?
Okay, so most of our elementary schools, you go outside and you see an outdoor basketball court that's covered so people can play even when it's raining in Oregon.
Oh, it does it? Does it do that?
Same kind of setup at the Salvation Army, and that will allow us to have a recreation program, a stronger outdoor recreation program for our after-school program.
Great.
And it'll have lights on it, and it'll have electricity.
So it doesn't at nighttime or
so we can use
this time of year.
We can use it all the time, and the kids are just going to love being out there on the basketball court and all kinds of other things that we can do. In the future, we're going to have an enclosed gymnasium, but that's another $700,000.
Yeah, we'll get to that one on some other
Of course, someone might be listening,
yeah,
just like Weston.
That's right.
And they'll come through. So thank God for people like the Weston family that care about the kids in our community.
Wow. And the community has really been there for the Salvation Army, haven't they?
On a regular basis.
Yeah. Tell me about the Christmas season's coming up, and everybody knows the bell ringers. You know, that's the iconic symbol of Christmas for a lot of people.
That's the main thing we do at Christmas. Now, people know about the kettle, but they don't know where the money in the kettle goes.
So why don't you tell us?
So the money in the kettle is raised, and it goes into the regular programs of the Salvation Army, not only at Christmas, but throughout the year. So first of all, we assist about nearly 600 families with food and toys and clothing items the week before Christmas. So this year, our distribution site is right by Office Depot on Burnside. And the week before Christmas, you'll see a mob of people lined up. Those people have been in our office at the Salvation Army qualifying and filling out their applications.
Oh, okay. So they do that all ahead of time.
Do that all ahead. And then we take the toy wishes and the sizes of the children's, their coats and things that they want in their shoes and things that they would like to have for Christmas. We put those on a little angel tree tag, and we send those out to businesses around the community. And then individuals can come to those trees and pull off those little tags and purchase those gifts, bring them back to that business, and then our truck comes and picks those up, and then we will match those toys and those clothing and gift items and food items to the families that are in need.
Right. So if somebody wanted to participate in that and take one of those angels, can they go to your website and get a list of the businesses that are participating?
Absolutely, they can. It's salvationarmygresham.org.
Okay. And the gifts should be unwrapped gifts?
Unwrapped gifts, exactly. That way we make sure they match what's on the list that they'd asked for. So that's the main thing that happens at Christmas at the Salvation Army is food and toys for needy families. And then the dollars that are left over after that go to support families in need all throughout the year, those 200 families a week that are coming to our doors on a regular basis. Or not on a regular basis, but we see those families on a regular time, and we're a safety net for them.
Yeah, because sometimes they're tough, and it has not gotten any easier, has it?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of new ways that people can give to the Red Kettle. The Red Kettles are in front of the Fred Meyers and the Safeways and the Albertsons and the Walmarts.
That's the standard
where
way,
you see it. But you can go online. Did you know, Monica, that you can host a Red Kettle of your own?
No, I didn't.
It's super easy. You go to onlinekettle.com. And then you put in your name and your zip code. And then what you can do is you can email your friends, all the people that are on your friends and your Facebook list. You can say, I'm hosting a kettle on onlineredkettle.com. Would you give to my kettle? And then what happens is when they process those gifts over their credit card, the Salvation Army, which is closest to you, which if you live in East County, is the Salvation Army in Gresham.
Right.
And then those dollars will actually come to the Salvation Army in your community.
In your community. Oh, so if you live in inner Southeast, it'll go to inner Southeast.
Right, and we'll give awards out to the top online Red Kettles in the community.
How fun. That does make it easy.
It's way easy because, so many people, they don't carry coins any longer.
Yeah, that's
people
true.
are shopping online more and more and more. Yeah. And so now you can be your own Red Kettle captain.
That does make it easy. I like that. I like that, especially for people that don't carry cash on them. But there's one thing we talked about last year that I thought was really kind of cool was that that when you do, for the people that do carry cash on them, what a great thing it is for your kids to see you giving that money to the kettle, or have them give the money to the kettle, or even talk to them about using some of their allowance to put it in there, because it's starting kids young to learn about volunteering and learning about service to your community, I think is really important. And that's one of the easiest ways to do it, because that's out there. Kids naturally ask, why is that kettle there and who's it for? And
the other thing you can do with your kids is you can volunteer volunteer at a red kettle with them. Bring your kids with you, and we'll let you stand at one of our sites for a 2-hour period or however long you want to stand. We've got about 40 sites in East County, and we're going to be going for about a month, right before Thanksgiving, all the way up until Christmas Eve. And so you can call our office, and we will connect you to a location where you can bring your children to come and ring the bell.
Yeah. And actually, kids would probably think it was really fun.
It is so much fun. Well, the kids have it depends on how old they are.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The younger ones, especially, but
if you can have the kids sing, or if you can have the kids, do something in addition to just standing there ringing the bell.
What a great
handing
idea.
out dum-dum suckers, handing out little candy canes, little things like that.
Playing
Keep
the flute that you can't stand to listen to anymore at home.
Absolutely. Keep the kids engaged, and I tell you what, kids do really well when they're standing at the red kettle. It makes a huge difference.
I bet they do. They probably attract more people, and
yeah, I was picking up the red kettles last year at one of our locations, and I came up, and we have a site at a liquor store.
Is that right?
The Gresham liquor store, and I pulled up at the site, and I was astonished to see there were 6 children with a couple moms out there in front of the liquor store, and they were singing, and I'm saying, "Hallelujah! We have made this location into something wonderful." And those kids were having a great time, and their kettle was just stock full because of the gift of those kids.
That is great. That's great. Yeah.
So we made that liquor store into something nice for our community that evening.
That's wonderful. People are going into a liquor store. They must have a little bit of disposable income right then. So, it might be a good time to hit them up.
Well, the Salvation Army has a history of going into the bars and collecting in the bars.
Collecting the people.
We've done that as well. Yeah. That's where you get the phrase, they fell off the wagon, because the Salvation Army used to drive a wagon around town and pick up the drunks.
I figured it was probably the paddy wagon or something.
And bring them inside so they could have a place to stay and something to eat, sober up. And the Salvation Army do that. And so they say when someone relapsed that they fell off the wagon. That came from the Salvation Army.
You don't use a wagon anymore, do you?
No, we don't.
But you still have the bell ringers, and that's such a nice tradition that's been going on for how long?
It's been 125 years.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I don't remember the first ones. We're just about out of time. What else do we need to know? If people want to volunteer, best thing to go to your website to find out about.
Go to salvationarmygresham.org, or you can just simply call our office at 503-661-8972.
Okay.
Your family or your business can host an online red kettle. You can volunteer at a kettle. You can host an angel tree, where we will give you 20 or 30 or 40 tags to display in your lobby or pass out to your employees. Or you can have a food barrel, and we'll bring you a food barrel. You can fill it up with canned goods and things like that, and then we will make certain that gets picked up and then distributed to families in need.
You do make it easy for people to be of service to their
Absolutely,
to their
and we use hundreds and hundreds of volunteers to make it happen every Christmas season. Somebody was saying in one earlier interview that most people are only a couple paychecks away from being in a position where they need to ask for help, and it's very hard to ask for help, and not everybody stays in that position, but it's great to know that you're there when you're needed. That's what the Salvation Army is designed for, to be a safety net, to love people. That's why the Salvation Army does. That's great. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you so much, James, for being on tonight. I will look forward to listening to your youth band that's going to be on our Holiday Open Studio production, and seeing the bell ringers around town, and if people are interested in helping out, you made it very easy, so they can go to the website and find out all the details or give you a call. Thanks, Monica. Thank you. Thanks for watching Community Hotline tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed having you here. We are here with volunteers who are working our cameras here. We teach people how to make their own television shows, and if you're interested, do go to the MetroEast.org website, and you can find out how to be involved too. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll see you next week.
favorite thing about community media is how people find their voice and tell their story.
It's the message of, by, and for a community.
We're a gathering place because it gets people of all sorts of different backgrounds underneath one roof.
It's art, it's technology.
A snapshot of our community.
Going live.
In 3, 2, 1.